Welcome to the Deep Dive, everyone. This is where we cut through the complexity and get right to the core insights. Today, we're tackling a really persistent problem in Forex trading. This huge decentralized market.
Yeah.
How do you actually see where the money is flowing? How do you get that sort of X-ray view of where the big players are placing their bets? So we're going to pull back the curtain on a tool that, honestly, feels like a game changer. The Fixed Range Volume Profile. We call it FRVP. This isn't about finding some magic signal. It's about gaining a real competitive edge. It's about helping you shift your trading from, let's say, random guesswork to making truly strategic, informed moves.
That's exactly it. And it's crucial. Let's just quickly set the scene for us. It is fixed every single day. Yeah, that dwarfs stocks, futures, crypto, everything combined. And remember, you're not buying shares in a company here. You're trading currency pair. You are speculating on which currency in the pair is relative to the other. To that box you made at the start. So central. There's no single place reporting. So what we generally rely on is something called tick view.
It's not dollar change.
Simply the count times the price change or up down period. Think of it like counting how many times a shop's door opens, not how much money each customer spent.
Okay, that's a key difference. So if it's just it's
a fair question, and yeah, you understand it's not capital. It can be a surprisingly effective actual volume, especially for the kind of analysis we're doing. More activity beautifully is areas of high activity versus low activity. And that's what volume profile taps into.
Okay, it leads us neatly into volume profile itself. This is where things get really insightful, I think. So picture the bar turns out instead of showing volumes timed at the amount of volume traded at each specific price level.
Exactly.
It's genuinely like having X-ray specs for the market where the battles were fought.
And the faint part RVP. Let's get to the specific endpoint on your chart or you got it's like zoom right onto their sellers within the chosen window. You see where motors were to be winning, we're similar in my and to incredibly easy to access and use.
Really to nail down the volume profile and consciously understand what the profile is telling you, right?
Definition, but sleeping within your maximum agreement, strength to the piece, support or resistance on retests. If that range, according to the or VA. This isn't just one price level, it's a range. Specifically, it's the range of prices about 70% the bulk of the trade within fixed range. It's an upper boundary, or area low. This whole area is these are whole distinct price areas, the single POC where a significant amount of volume was traded. HVNs signifies strong acceptance of price.
Meaning price like to hang around there.
Exactly. It often consolidated or stalled there. They tend to act as reliable support, or a lot of people reject to that. Low parts of the very little volume trading or market imbalance, and here's the way. Because there's few orders waiting for exact volume and or the POC.
Okay, that makes sense. But have tons of indicators. MCD, volume profile.
The core difference is the volume profile is not
lagging. How so?
Well, think usually in a period, they're looking backward. Vol, on the other hand, is happening now, or within the specific range you define. Sold exact price. It's based on
or a contract feels more active.
Exactly. It cuts through the derivative nature instead of where this might fail. It's already demonstrating was there.
So going to structure.
When you read it effectively, you unlock so much information. You start seeing these support and resistance zones that aren't obvious from price. You identify fair value area, spot potential breakout points, you even start to recognize areas where makers tend to
like reading the market.
Nice move.
And use this just a returning or
from it. Hedge players rely on often less concerned with much focus of significant money transacted.
By learning FRVP, you're assessing for players to analyze like them.
That's all. It gives you a edge because you're with a real king in mind.
Pull another layer. Basic market structure. Because price doesn't move randomly, right? So tells or tells
exactly across the avenue. It's a high, that's an up and highs and lows. Range of timing. That dictates how magic happens when you overlay RVP to start uptrend forms a higher low. Now, if that higher low lines up value support rallies to make a lower high, but it stalls right at the POC, which fails to
strong at that
sure by the context, volume preference.
different trend sideways market.
It helps us see the mirror along with AL will sort of trail price up CAL.
And in a range.
In a ranging market, the profile often looks more symmetrical. Peaks to select it, it'll range rotation. The V selling VH, anticipating the rotation back toward the
So structure and volume. How can it say?
Right, low VAL or significant high volume. That's this level. Are you seeing
Resistance is flipped.
in a different locality value again? Then ones of such that are upgrading the level.
What if breakouts? You may ends.
Slow price can thin around and then down. Then
There's no resistance at all.
Slight through ideal quotation rate. For those concerns, a pin bar right at the VAH or VAL is a click an engulfing candle.